eager to shake off the dust and prove they belong. For Mozambique, they're playing their first game in the 2025 edition of the Women's AfroBasket. We're live here in the Ivorian coastal city of Abidjan, and looking at the standings here of Group D. Nigeria taking an early lead there. Rwanda yet to find anything they can get from this tournament. It's Ashakam Gesha here, and with me is two-time African champion Ifi Ibekwe. Well, obviously, this is going to be very interesting as Mozambique, one of the powerhouses of the African continent, get onto the field. They were able to watch that game between Nigeria and Rwanda, and they'll hope that they can get something from their first game.
Watching Mozambique practice and warm up this afternoon, they are ready to play. They collected 5th place in the 2023 AfroBasket. They have 6 returners, and again, they were able to watch Rwanda and Nigeria yesterday, so I know that they went to the drawing board and have a lot of execution to do against this team in Rwanda.
And for Rwanda, of course, just looking to build on that semi-final finish at home in 2023 when they surprised so many by getting that far, and until now, that's the highest finish for this very young, youthful team.
Yeah, they have key players like Falaxi, who had 11 points and 5 assists yesterday. They have their naturalized player coming out, Hampton. She had 10 points. One thing that I would say for Rwanda, just protect the ball today. They had 22 turnovers yesterday, and Mozambique is a team that's going to be aggressive and going to get up on them, so I would just watch for that.
They've been here for 2 weeks. This Rwandan team just getting acclimatized to the weather on the western coast of the African continent. They're very hungry for success, and of course, their coach, Sarr, a legend of Senegalese basketball, just being able to bring this team here to the FIBA Women's AfroBasket here in Abidjan in Côte d'Ivoire. Well, we'll wait for the national anthems of both of these teams. So there it is, just listening into renditions of the national anthems here. The excitement has been real, just as these players prepare to get started here inside the Palais des Sports, a very iconic building in the center of Abidjan in Trashville. Well, Ify, how are you feeling about this game? What are your thoughts?
I've been waiting for this game since I've seen that they are playing against each other. Mozambique is a tough team, has known their quality of style of play in all AfroBasket, and Rwanda, just a new, fresh team that's done well in the 2023 AfroBasket tournament. So they're going to learn and capitalize on their mistakes that they made yesterday. They didn't play the best. They started off well, but I do think it's going to be a competitive game today.
Yeah, it's also definitely going to be an incredible situation here to see how Mozambique lean into their physical aspect with Lea Donge and Mukaro, who are some of the veterans on this team. They've played for over a decade for their national team of Mozambique, and they'll bring that experience into this matchup against Rwanda.
I have to agree with you on that. Like you said, they're a seasoned team that knows each other. They have 6 returners, and there's quite a few players to watch on this team.
Yeah, the referees for today, Julius Guzman Loreno from Puerto Rico, and the Malian connection there that are going to be in charge of this game. Of course, veteran referees there, Fanta Toure and Yusuf Maiga. Starting 5 for Mozambique, Silvio Veloso, Ingvild Mukaro, Chanaya Pinto, Lea Donge, and Carla Covane will be the ones that start in the first game here for Mozambique.
And this is Mozambique's strongest starting lineup, and you can see that they're going to battle today in this game against Rwanda.
It is head coach Nasser Saleh, a legend in Mozambique, on the coastal town in the southern part of Africa, just being able to come alive here. He has experience at the stage. Starting 5 for Rwanda, Destiny Philoxi, Bella Murekatete, Odile Tetero, Ange Nelly Irakoze, and Keisha Hampton.
One thing for Rwanda, they played yesterday, so they know the tempo of this tournament. I do expect them to come out with some energy and use starting 5 and bench players to play well and play together.
And that is head coach of this Rwandan team, Sheikh Sarr, like I said, a legend of Senegalese basketball, a FIBA instructor, always looking out to develop the next generation of coaches. But for now, his job is to make sure that this Rwandan team finally get a victory here in Abidjan at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025.
You see Mozambique right here getting pumped before they walk out and start this game, and we are ready. The energy is high and rocking in this building, so I'm excited.
Yeah, everyone is very excited here. You can hear the core words inside those huddles for Mozambique. Vamos, just kind of saying in Portuguese, let's go. And for Rwanda, Twagie, which means in Kinyarwanda, on y va, let's go. Let's make this happen. But of course, for both these coaches, they've been able to see their opponents play. But what do you think Coach Nasser Saleh is telling the Mozambican side?
To play hard and to play how they always play. They were able to rest, and this is their first game of this tournament. They were able to watch the game against Rwanda and Nigeria yesterday. So I do think that they're going to capitalize on the things that Rwanda lacked. But nonetheless, they've been a core team and have been together. So I do think that they're just going to play their game and have fun out there. And as for Rwanda, I do think they're going to come out here and take care of the ball. Get Keisha Hampton in her rhythm and to be able to score. And also Philoxi, taking advantage of her being the captain and her being the floor general of this team. So it's going to be a really tough game, I think, from start to finish. And I can't wait for this game to start.
Yeah, it's about the energy that both these teams bring into this fixture as we get ready for tip-off here. Just taking in all the sights and sounds. Rwanda just taking in all the sights and sounds. Rwanda, very beautiful jerseys there, the yellow and blue. And for Mozambique, the red and white. And off we go here inside the Palais des Sports. Ingrid Mukaro starts off with very intense action there, and the ball will go to Rwanda. Mozambique lose it.
Mukarako is just a phenomenal big guard. She's going to attack the basket in any possibility, any chance she gets. You see how strong she drove to the hole.
Tetero here with the ball, just trying to look for options. There's a screen on top of the paint there with Hampton. Mercatete playing on the outside, up against Lea Donge. Tetero just takes aim at the basket, doesn't drop. Mercatete gates the rebound, top of the key. Hampton playing on the outside, attempts a jumper, doesn't drop. It is an air ball.
You can see her trying to get herself going as she's an offensive threat for Rwanda.
Well, that's exactly how both teams would like to start, just finding their range here as Bruno Argelio attempts a three-pointer. Nasir Saleh with the instructions there from court side for Mozambique. And Rwanda regain the ball possession here. Odile Tetero just finds Philoxi, the captain of this team. There's a full court press on her. On Silvia Veloso.
That's what you would like to see from Philoxi, just getting her rhythm in early. We see Rwanda here in a 1-2-1, trying to make Mozambique rattled on offense.
And that is good block there from Rekatete as Rwanda regained the possession. Mukaro with the steal, and Donge. Great chemistry there between the two players. They played together for over a decade. They know each other. Tetero. Once again, she goes into a corner and she loses the ball. Easy layup there from Carla Covane.
And that is the Mozambique's defense that I will truly know. They're going to pressure and get up on you and be active with their hands. They're not going to let easy penetration or easy shots for Rwanda.
The double team is working here for Mozambique, and too many hands inside that paint. Murekatete, and there's a jump ball. It will be Rwanda's ball. What has impressed you so far with the two teams inside the first 2 minutes?
I mean, Mozambique came out and is playing truly hard. For the first about 2.5 minutes, they have played hard from start to finish. But again, this is their first game, so I do think that they are energized and ready to play. Again, another turnover that they created against Rwanda.
That's the intensity with which they play. It will be interesting to see the matchup there between Covane and Mercatete. She gets 2 points over Mercatete.
And that's going to happen. You see here a strong post move, 1-2 dribble middle and spin and lay it up. And that's what we're going to see from the post players from her on the free throw line and with Donge when she gets the ball on the post.
First foul there for Mercatete, and also the first foul of this game. To go to the free throw line, Covane.
Sorry, this is a great start for Mozambique, but Rwanda, they're still energized, and they just need to convert on the offensive end, play some strong defense, and just be relaxed. I know no pressure. It's just basketball, a game that they've played since they were little, so no pressure.
Exactly. Well, there is pressure.
I mean, I don't play like that.
You can see from their body language and the way that they are approaching this game. Rekatete goes through the middle. Philoxi with the attempt, drops the three-pointer.
And the captain is making her way. She has 5 points, and that is what you want to see at the beginning of the game for her, and a turnover.
And Rekatete just gets herself into the conversation there on offense, just under the rim, and she'll have an opportunity to level this game.
Quality matchups right here. You see that shot from Philoxi, the captain of Rwanda. She's on your screen right now. She played a good game yesterday, and I know that sometimes it's hard to be the floor general, but she's doing an amazing job at that.
Where being the captain here on the bigger stage on the African continent is such a great achievement. And she's a very verbal player. She loves to express herself on and off the court, but also really she keeps talking to her teammates and telling them what to do, and also being involved and leading the way.
And that's always good for a teammate to be vocal, because you get those nerves out when you see a leader not showing any emotion, but a poised one. You have that confidence, so it's really good to see her out there doing that.
Yeah, she loves it, and Bella Mrekatete gets her first point here today. 6 for Rwanda, 7 for Mozambique. Beautiful, Dan, and you have a three-pointer there.
I mean, we're going to see Pinto do that. She's one of the bigger guards on Mozambique. Look at her guarding the point guard for Rwanda, and you're going to see that a lot, and they're going to make her do that. She is a very young talent. She did well, very well in the last AfroBasket, so I do think that they've given her, she's on the screen right now, to just have the green light. As you can see, she's just shot that three-point shot.
Yeah, she had the time to square up, and every time there's an opportunity, she'll execute. Kavani doesn't drop the shot. Donge misses the rebound, and Mrekatete is able to recover for Rwanda. Biloxi once again, top of the key. Mrekatete, Tetero. Irakoze, she's been quiet a little bit. And Philoxy with a second three-pointer, still on the left side, but this time from the best line.
She's going to be confident today. She already has 8 points for Rwanda.
Yeah, 8 of 9 of Rwanda's points. Captain fantastic. You can see the strategy here is very clear for Mozambique. They're not shy to try and score from the three-point line, and they're coming alive here, Mozambique.
Yeah, I mean, Rwanda diving on the floor. We're going to see a lot of that today. This is an aggressive game, and we love to see high intensity, especially in the first quarter.
Rwanda 9, 10 for Mozambique. Inside 5 minutes here in the first quarter as Mukaro finds Veloso. There's pressure on Veloso from Tetero. Pinto. Donge. They're trying to find options here to beat this Zono woman-to-woman defense from the Rwandans. Great defense there from Hampton. They lose the ball there, Mozambique. It's a bit of a miscommunication. Irakoze will inbound as the referee tries to make sure the net is straight. Philoxy. That's going to be a very interesting matchup between Philoxy and Veloso. Both players very good on both sides of the court.
Yeah, Muraktete and Donge going up against each other. I think that's also a good matchup to focus on.
Tetero with another attempt. Looks like it was rushed. And there's a shot clock violation there. You can see Coach Sheksar saying, come on, come on. That's something that he likes to say to engage, of course, his players. Full court press here from Rwanda, just trying to double team the guards. But the ball makes its way inside the paint. Kovane once again squares up, easy jumper.
Yeah, that's a good offensive play from Mozambique.
She's up to 5 points, Kovane. Iloxi finds Hampton, takes on the Mozambican defense. And they have a transitional play here. Mukaro misses. Pinto takes it back. Second chance points. Five points here for Pinto, 5 for Kovane, 4 for Lea Donge. And Rwanda really need to score in this possession just to stay within touching distance here. Irakoze, beautifully done. Yet another three-pointer from the left side here for Rwanda.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help them. Yesterday's game, they only had 2 players in double digits against Nigeria, so it's nice to see that they are being aggressive, attacking the basket for this game.
Yeah, no surprises here as Chanaya Pinto just continues to fight for the ball. The turnaround there, she finds Murekatete inside, and the contact is what Rwanda want to see as Hampton heads to the bench, and in comes Hope Butera and Glorious Yukusenje.
High pressure from Mozambique is what they are known for, as they're being aggressive in every defensive rotation.
Rwanda here looking for options. Yukusenje finds Murekatete, trying to get the ball to Philoxi. She releases the ball. There's a bit of contact on the ball, and they lose it. Mozambique on the other side. Zita blocked. Get out of here by Hope Butera. First action here on the defensive side, just to say there's no way through. Delma Zita just preparing herself for the inbound. Chiziane. It's an air ball, and Murekatete is in the right place at the right time to pick up that rebound. Tetero. Murekatete drives into the paint. There's so many bodies inside there from Mozambique. They get the rebound thanks to Donge. And Zita gets the ball to Kovane. Attempts to find her range, but misses. And just these two teams haven't been able to score in the last 1 minute.
No, but they've been going up and down, being very aggressive to the board, but I mean to the offensive glass, but they're not really making their shots. But the rhythm of this pace has been really fast, and they're playing against each other, one end into the other end. But now Rwanda is boarded with 2 free throws.
They have an opportunity to level the game here. Murekatete will go to the free throw line. She made 1 for 2 on her first trip earlier, as Ingvild Mukaro, doctor by profession, but also professional basketball player. She's had stints, of course, in Mozambique and Angola, and continues to play the game that she loves. Irakoze, Tetero, just tough Mozambican defense here.
Woo. This defense from Mozambique, I remember it. I'm getting chills. They're going to be up on you, so Rwanda definitely has to protect the ball and be strong when they're going up for any shot.
And you've spoken so much about that in terms of them needing to take care of the ball. Mukaro, top of the key, just rolls off that nice. And Kovane with yet another finish here.
Great move from Mozambique.
She's a good addition to this team, Kovane. The space, she doesn't make a mistake, and she's up to 7 points here, leading all the Mozambican scorers.
Yeah, she definitely plays hard and knows her spot on the court with this Mozambique team.
Tetero squaring up for the shot, doesn't take it. Tetero looking for options on the baseline. Tries to get in, and there's the youngster just getting a feel of the game, Rebecca Chuzuzo. Nicely done, the combination, the chemistry there, but doesn't amount to much between Mukaro. Chuzuzo misses again.
I was just about to say, when you're right there under the basket with all your energy, you have to be strong, use your 2 feet and go up strong. And that's how you would make those easy baskets that's going to help your team put points on the board.
Rebecca Chuzuzo is one of the upcoming talents in Rwanda, and those who've seen her play for a very long time know that those are baskets she makes on any day, but I guess she's just getting a feel of what it means to represent your country here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket. Philoxy back on the court, had a couple of minutes to get some rest. Lea Donge attacks the basket and doesn't get the points, but she's fouled by Hope Butera.
Lea Donge has extended her game. She takes it to the rack from the three-point line and drives it hard for her to get that foul. She could shoot the three, she could pull up. She's just an overall strong player, and it's nice to see her get going in this first quarter.
That has always been her style of play over the years, and she just already has the 2 points, misses the first one, and will hope to make the second attempt. 12 points for Rwanda, 16 for Mozambique. Less than a minute here in the first quarter. Mexicount through the net. It's a swish, and Mozambique establish a 5-point lead here as we head into the last seconds of the first quarter.
Full court pressure from Mozambique. It's going to be aggressive from start to finish this game, and Rwanda seems to know that. But getting across the court, what Floxy just did, trying to penetrate is exactly what you want, but you want to finish those easy baskets.
Yeah, that's very disastrous there from Rwanda's Ingvild Mukaro gets her first points here today, and there's frustration on the face of Sheksar because they just lost the ball on this side. They could have scored, and they concede from transition. Irakoze with the attempt on the three, and it drops. It has second three-pointer here today, this time from the top of the key. There's a foul there. Chiziane is just trying to go to the basket, fouled by Hope Butera. It's a bit of a worry there because that is 2 personal fouls for Hope Butera and 14 fouls for Rwanda. Chiziane misses the first one.
Yeah, you definitely want to be aggressive but not over foul. You want your players on the court because they're needed in this game for Rwanda.
Absolutely. Looking at the fight that you were talking about, Ifi Donge fights to get to the basket, doesn't make it, gets the rebound once again, finds Chiziane, who attempts, and it's another three-pointer here for Mozambique.
Even though Chiziane made that three, it came from Lea Donge getting the offensive rebound from the free throw line.
Wow, beautifully done. That is the end of the first quarter. 15 for Rwanda and 22 for Mozambique in their first game at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025 here in the Palais des Sports in Abidjan in Côte d'Ivoire. Well, there it is, looking at the numbers. 4 of 7 three-pointers for Rwanda. That has been a very important part of their game here. 50% from the field for Mozambique. But what has stood out for you here that has led to Mozambique shining?
Them playing hard, them playing their game. We'll take a look at the first quarter plays because that's where you're going to see the take from Philoxy as she started the game. She has been really good for Rwanda, but it's Mozambique how they attack the basket and have been aggressive since the day one. You just see that turnover and Lea Donge just going up for her layup, but that's what it has been. Mozambique taking their time. You see here a strong post move and one. And that's just going to be what we're going to see through the rest of the game.
Yeah, the minute Pinto got comfortable shooting from behind the arc and Cavani just getting a couple of those jumpers inside gave Mozambique the confidence that they can get something from this first quarter. But on the other side, Irakoze able to square up on the baseline with the follow-through, nice easy three, and you can see the celebration on the bench and what it meant to the players. The hustle is real here for Mozambique, scoring in transition. Ingvild Mukaro with her first points. She does so much work on defense and just is able to bring that experience here. On your screen, you can download the app, Courtside 1891, scan the QR code, and you'll get extended highlights, live scores, and all the schedules of everything happening in the FIBA world. Now there you have it. Carla Cavani has been the standout player here for Mozambique.
Yeah, Cavani will definitely have her positions and more opportunities to show up on offense and on defense for Mozambique.
And it is the start of the second quarter here. Both teams continuing from where they left off in the first quarter. And Mozambique regained the ball possession. Had a 7-0 run, which was their biggest in that first quarter. And they've been in charge of their destiny here. They've been leading for 8 minutes and a half. Rwanda yet to find their mojo again.
What I would like to see Rwanda is just to get up in their spots right now. Make sure you're getting good screens and getting to your design place for your plays, and making sure you're boxing out Mozambique to get some offensive flow and rebound that is much needed.
Well, I think there it is. Hampton to Murekatete makes it count under the basket, and that's exactly what you were talking about, Ify.
Exactly. They set up their offense and played into the rhythm that they are used to, not playing in the rhythm of Mozambique, because Mozambique, they're going to run fast and they're going to be aggressive. But when you play against teams...
Oh, beautifully done there from Carla Cavani. She's really their go-to player right now, the player with a hot hand. She's up to 11 points, 56% from the field.
Yeah, when you go up against teams, you want to play at your rhythm, not their rhythm. And that possession for Rwanda, the last possession, was definitely their rhythm. They set it up, they got the open cutter, and they got a point on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. Murekatete, 3 points so far. First one on the free throw line, and then the bucket there under the hoop. And you can see the conversation there with her coaches, Sheksar, as well as the assistant, Patrick Habiambere. Philoxit looking for options on the inbound. Hampton with the attempt, doesn't drop. Donge once again with the rebound, timely for Mozambique. There's a runner on the floor. Chiziane finds Mukaro. Mukaro with the three-point attempt, doesn't drop. And the hustle continues under the paint. Zito. More scramble for the ball as Donge gets it out to Chiziane. Misses.
Yeah, Mozambique is relentless on the boards. That is what they're told to do. Once a player puts up a shot, all 5 jerseys are going to the offensive offensive board, and you cannot stop that unless you put a body on the defender and box them out.
There it is, Mozambique once again keeping an eye on the clock. Lea Donge with a turnaround fake, and she gets the bucket.
That's gonna maybe be a highlight. She almost faked that and then shot over it. That's the veteran player for Mozambique, and you're gonna see more of that in this tournament.
We've seen Lea Donge shine throughout the years. Irakoze on the baseline, pumps. The ball is stolen by Mukaro, and Zito runs down the floor. Mukaro looking for options here. Back to Zito. Shots, beautifully done. It's a 2. Will be counted as extra 2 points here for Mozambique.
Mozambique's offense is created by their defense, so that's how they play well. If they are getting steals and getting deflections, they're going to run fast. They are taught to get up the court and attack the basket and get the ball to the open player, just like we're seeing right now.
Beautifully done. Yet another 3-pointer here for Mozambique, and that's really been a standout for them. But Let's look at the replay here. Zito just looking for options and just connecting from the left side, and on the right, Ingvild Mukaro adding her name to the scoring sheet.
Make sure you box out. 5-second chances. That's not possible. Come on, man. Hey, we can't keep doing this. We're taking bad shots, they go on transition. What are you guys doing? We're missing a lot of layups too. Hey, we are giving them opportunities. Hey, run the plays and execute. It's simple. Go horns again, okay? Go this side. Screen. Okay? Of course, if you open, you drive, but 2 men, 3 men need to be available on the short corner. Hey, stop doing those stuff. Bad shot and
well, that is the instructions are very clear from Coach Sheksar. But Ify, you've spoken so much about the need to take care of the ball, but with the quality of the players on the court right now and Irakoze just connecting from the three-point line, what do they need to do against a very intense Mozambique side?
Rip through, be aggressive, put your arms out, and make sure that you're holding the ball like it's your baby. They had 22 turnovers in the game yesterday. You don't want to do the same mistakes today. So you have to capitalize on that and learn as a player. That's how you grow, understanding what you need to do. Rip through, jump to the ball when your teammates is passing so it avoids getting a turnover.
And that is extra 2 points there for Bella Mrekatete. She's up to 5 and just scoring yet again from the timeout. Zita running the play here. Shizianto Donge, back to Zita. Philoxy doing a good job on defense, and Zita, they lose the ball, Mozambique, and Rwanda will have to pat themselves on the back there for the good defense. They have the ball now, but now they really need to score.
You like to see when they come out of a timeout to make something shake, and that's exactly what Rwanda did. They're playing aggressive defense from that timeout. So hopefully that's the energy that they need right now to get a score and to get that momentum to put some points on the board.
Hampton finds Mrekatete inside the paint. Feck, good move, beautifully done. Off the pod there.
And on cue.
Absolutely on cue there for Mrekatete. Zita attempts again. Philoxy with the rebound, looking for options. Down the middle. And the ball is almost stolen there by Stefania Chiziane.
Yeah, that was just such a casual pass across court. You cannot do that against the Mozambique's defense because they're going to get their hands up and deflect the pass like they just did.
Because Henje has been replaced there by Irakoze. Perhaps to just rethink about her energy levels here today. Hampton. Attempts the three, almost drops. Irakoze with the rebound. Finds Mrekatete. Hampton doesn't get it. It's an air ball, and Donge once again with the rebound. It's her 7th in the game so far. Mrekatete, good rebound, runs down the middle, up against Donge. Fex gets the ball on the board, but it doesn't drop. Ingvild Mukaro against Irakoze. Zita. And there's an offensive foul. Philoxy just gets up the board, but Ingvild Mukaro just runs into Philoxy.
Yeah, she's such a great player. She understands that that's something that Philoxy always gets, 1 or 2 offensive fouls, because she sets her feet and understands that this is a fast-paced game. If I'm planted, I'm probably going to get run over. So that's a good one for her.
Esta última situação, tu sobe a bola dentro, vai ela cortar dentro, passa e tu continuas no corte. É a segunda vez que tu erras na defesa do bloqueio. Estás a ficar na posição de flat, não quero que fiques. Avisa o bloqueio, defende o bloqueio com o ar do chão e volta com o teu homem. Libertaste a primeira transição, libertaste agora a segunda. E ele está a ganhar vantagem contigo, passa à frente dele. Passa frente a 3/4 dentro. Ajuda vem do lado contrário. Temos aqui um homem que vai ser o last. Não estamos a meter ponto, tá? Atenção. Agora o inside dentro. Vantagem na bola. Vantagem na bola que nós temos que ter. Posse de bola, atenção. Jogamos swing agora, tá? Até o fim. Vamos lá, equipa. Vamos lá. Não deixa chegar próximo de nós, tá bem? 3, 2, 1. Puxa aí. Swing agora, vamos.
21 for Rwanda and 31 for Mozambique with 5 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Still so much basketball to be played as Rwanda line up here to restart the game. Irakoze finds Philoxi, and it looks like Mozambique going to put more pressure on the ball. Philoxi tries to get to Irakoze. The ever-present Zita. Hands out, and that's how you want to play defense, Ife.
Yes, that is how you want to play defense. And I see that Rwanda's trying to play their offense, but you have to play with the purpose. Yes, you need to pass the ball, but if you have an opportunity to take your defender, you should do it, and instead of just running the play, especially right now being down 21-31 against Mozambique.
Yeah, Hampton finally gets one through the middle, and Rwanda can smile a little bit with those 2 extra points. Zita. Pressure on the ball from Irakoze. Screen up the top from Donge. Chiziane. Mukaro getting the ball by all means at this point. Donge. Mukaro. There's a shot clock violation, and Rwanda regained the ball there with Philoxi trying to cross that half. Gets the pass from Hampton. Takes the jumper. 2 points.
Very at her pace. She sees that she was open. She could have did a layup, but she pulled up because she could have gotten blocked, but it was a good move from Philoxi.
Well, sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands. Literally, Mukaro will attempt the 3-pointer there. It doesn't drop, and the ball comes off Irakoze. But they'll regain the ball possession. Look at the pressure there that was very necessary. Katete will take a break, and in comes Hop Butera and Chanaya Pinto on the court, as well as Silvia Veloso. Philoxi, the leader of this team, is finding Hop Butera inside the paint there. There's very intense defense there from Mozambique, and they lose the ball. Yukusenje, it looks like the ball had her hand.
Rwanda needs to understand anybody that we hope that she is okay on the court right now.
It is her finger that looks to be dislocated. They have to actually pull it to straighten it. It's very unfortunate there. She was in the right place at the right time, and yeah, that hurts. That definitely hurts. A huge loss there, obviously, in terms of her contribution to the team. Glorious Byukusenje played 8 minutes so far. Get treatment there from the medical team of Rwanda. Of course, she's in tears, and she gets all the support from the crowd inside the Palais de Sport here in Abidjan.
We even see Nigeria, that is in this Group D, clapping for her and making sure that she is okay.
That's the sportswomanship that you want to see every time that we come up here for this game of basketball. And action will resume here as Bukosenje gets treatment. Mozambique have the ball possession. Carla Covane just lining up and waiting for the referees. Now here we go. The game restarts. There's a pressure on the ball. Donge trying to attack the paint, and the ball is stolen by Ange Irakoze. There you go, beautifully done. Great and timely finish there for Rwanda.
And that might be the basket Rwanda needs to have the energy to continue to fight in this game.
They've really brought the heat here. Rwanda 5 3-pointers actually out of 10. And that's a style of play that they like to express themselves, especially when you're playing against a big team like Mozambique. Veloso almost loses the ball from pressure from Hampton. Covane finds the basket, extra 2 points.
She's been very consistent this game, driving to the basket and posting up. She has been a real key player for Mozambique.
And let's look at the replay there. Irakoze finds her range from behind the arc and just continuing to reduce that deficit here against Mozambique. And now we have a 5-point game. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to play. Philoxi, captain of this team, Irakoze. Hampton from the baseline, drives in using her left, gets the 2 points.
Very strong move from the nationalized player, Hampton, getting to the basket and starting to create energy for herself.
It is a 3-point game here, and Mozambique is starting to feel the pressure as Veloso looks for options. Shiziane, Lea Donge from the top of the key. They're trying to attack the defense, and it's a foul on Philoxi. Look at the replay there. Veloso, she held onto her left shoulder, and that will be a foul. Philoxi will be replaced by Odile Tetero, who's one of the best point guards in Rwanda. Shiziane finds Veloso, attacks the basket. Covane is a rebound. And there's a foul that has been called on Rwanda, and it looks like it's Hampton. It goes to Bella Mrekatete. That's 2 personal fouls for Bella Mrekatete and Hope Butera, who are the forwards here of Rwanda. Veloso attacks and comes up against Tetero. Lea Donge goes through the traffic, and there's a call once again going against Rwanda. Let's look at the replay.
Whenever Lea sees an opening, she's going to take it and take it strong to the basket.
Even when there's no opening, she will go to the basket.
Yeah.
You know how she loves to express herself on the court. And Mrekatete with the 3 personal fouls before the halftime break is not exactly where Rwanda wanted to be, and they force a substitution. Rebecca Chuzuza will come onto the court now. Been one of the shining players that are Lea Donge gets her first one and brings her count to 8 points. It's a 4-point game. 4.2 seconds on the clock for these possessions. Gets the second one as well, and she's up to 9 points. And that's great ball distribution. Covane with the 11. Donge just 1 away from the double digits. Ingvild Mukaro with the 7. And it's just been an overall reliance on the team collective.
just want to get my border bus. I just want to get my border bus.
I'm going to use 10-second timeout, right? No. Just then go talk to the ref.
Oh, sorry. Come on. We're only down 5, y'all. We're only down 5. We got 2 minutes left.
We go wiggle. Wiggle, I want you to flare and take the threes. We need it. Okay? She's the one coming. So, Rebecca, you are here, right? I want you to be here. You got the ball, okay? I want Kish to come and set the screen.
You have the
like
numbers,
like this,
22
and then you open.
rebounds for
Mozambique,
7 more than Rwanda, 10 assists for Mozambique. They've really been passing that ball around every time that they run down the floor. You see the involvement of everyone on the court.
Yeah, because they're getting down the court faster than most jerseys of Rwanda, so they're going to facilitate and pass it to the open person. It's usually a 3-on-2 when Mozambique is going down on offense.
Yeah, but Bella Murekatete, she's really found the rhythm. You were speaking about the need for her to just get going inside the paint, and you can see there the fake and move to the right and just getting those extra points. 7 points for her, 3 for 6 from the field, and just able to bring that contribution here to the Rwandan team.
I mean, she even finished with 7 points in yesterday's game against Nigeria. So for her to have 7 points in just a half, it's really good for Rwanda and everything that she needs to know to bring to the court.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball stolen. Veloso with the transitional 2 points there. Just miscommunication within the Rwandan team as Irakoze brings down the ball, gets it to Hampton. Finding options. Hampton again. Irakoze goes for the three-pointer. It doesn't drop. And another Irakoze is involved with the ball there under the paint, in the paint. 7-point game. It's been 8 turnovers here for Rwanda so far before the halftime break,
which is better than they played yesterday and the turnovers they had.
Bucket good there from Lea Donge. It's the energy with which she plays every time that she is on the court. But look at the way she beats Chuzuzo and Irakoze with the one-legged jumper, gets the 2 points and an opportunity to make it a 3-point play here.
Oh, I miss playing with Lea. I played with her in France, and her energy every single practice, every single game, it has not left her, and I love to see it in this game today against Rwanda.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that there's frustration on the face of Coach Sheksar. I mean, it's always difficult when you're a coach. You say one thing in a timeout and then the players do something else. Pinto and Cavani on the other side. Philoxy with a turnaround. There's a foul, but great reaction there from the Rwandan captain.
Yeah, she knows how to get to the basket. She knows how to slice and dice between two players as she spin moves and goes up strong. And she knows that they're going to foul her doing that, so it's a very smart play from her.
Well, if that had gone in, obviously, it would have gone to the highlight reel. But a good move. She looks okay. And we'll go to the free throw line. Well, Rwanda just 1 for 2 from the free throw line. It was Murekatete earlier. They've not really had opportunities on that front. She misses the first one, but has an opportunity to make a correction. Now they're changing the basketball here just to give an opportunity to Philoxy to relax. Just a couple of seconds, 10 seconds to be exact, to make it count, and she does. That's a second free throw converted here for Rwanda in this game. 8-point game, 4 for 8 from the free throw line there for Mozambique, 50%. As Mozambique tried to align themselves. Veloso attacks the paint, gets the ball there. Well done from the best line from Francisco, who's just fresh legs from the bench.
Yeah, you want to see your shooters come on the court and be ready to shoot. That is why she came on this court, because the clock is winding down until halftime and they needed to push the lead out.
Rakose from the best line. Philoxy takes another attempt at the three. Chooses on, able to get the rebound there. Boxed out by Cavani. Veloso. Another attempt at three, doesn't drop from Chanaya Pinto, and that brings us to the halftime break. 31 for Rwanda, 42 for Mozambique, and just a very highly contested game that saw both of these teams express themselves. Glorious Byukusenjo, of course, with that finger injury, but able to walk onto the court and just high-five and encourage her teammates. But it's just been overall good basketball so far in the first two quarters. Let's look at the numbers. 5 3-pointers for Rwanda to keep them alive here. One more than what Mozambique have come up with. 25 rebounds for Mozambique. 9 more than what Rwanda were able to amass. And Leah Donge, of course, playing a key role for Mozambique. And once again, you have Philoxy, 11 points, captain, just putting in the work there. 13 for Kuvane. Leah Donge, 1 short of the double digits for Mozambique. And that brings us really to some of the highlights here from the second quarter.
I do think both teams have been playing very hard. You see that high-low from Hampton, passing the ball inside to her teammate diving to the basket. But I think both teams have been playing hard and been passing the ball to their open player. And that's what the key to continuing to stay in this game.
It is the teamwork that has played a key role here for Mozambique. When you look at the scoreboard, 7 players have scored here. There's no real outright superstar, but Leah Donge digging into that experience that we've seen over the years of her playing here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket.
Continue to see Leah just do what she does best for Mozambique, and just the energy that they have brought. This is their first game. They came out here and really stepped it up. They play together. They've been a team that has been together, so I think they're going to continue to come out here and play well and just play together. Yeah, they want to win. They want to go back to the semifinals. They want a chance to try and fight for the title here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket. But all of that work starts right here in their first game, Mozambique. But looking at all of the work that Philoxy has been able to do for Rwanda, she was already at 8 points of 9 of Rwanda's first points in this game. It's her contribution, it's that leadership, but since then she's only been able to add 2 points. So there it is. We go into the halftime break. Just 15 minutes for both of these teams to rethink their strategy, and we'll be back.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot.
Earned.
Taken.
Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat,
Ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
The free throw line, in comes Matilda Jock. Matuli Kamara attempts and gets her first points here today.
Booker finds the pinpoint pass, and that is 2 superb points as Al-Sharawi on the board.
Senna with the rebound there, gets into Dilliard. Dilliard looking for options, finds the cinch up for the first points of this game. Captain Fantastic, the poster girl of this Senegalese side.
Pass is picked off. That's excellent defensive work. That's how you build some confidence ahead of the game. And there is 2 points as they've gotten nothing easier. Nicole Mieza gets her first 2 points. Sees Okoro, and that is a superb play. Just a connection and a dime and a finish.
Attacks the paint and an easy, nice blotter to tie the game.
That's definitely going to be a highlight.
Attacks the basket and good. It is a foul. Impressive finish there. Jo Makane misses her shot attempt, and on the other side gets involved on defense trying to block Kaba.
Look good out of the hand. He spins, gets the bucket, and you can count the and one. Again, we get to see what her footwork and her handwork combined as she picks up 2 points. Turns, well contested again. Oh, good work there by Okonkwo. The chance for Nigeria out on the fast break. Carlos sent back. Says, get that out of here.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world.
Welcome back from that halftime break. Just looking at the leaders here for Rwanda. Philoxi with 11 points, 6 rebounds for Bella Mrekatete, and Philoxi with 2 assists to just really continue to be part of this team. You can see that Rwanda are locked in. Obviously, they don't have Sifa Ineza, one of their star players who played a key role in helping them get to the semi-finals the last time out in front of their home crowd in Kigali. She is nursing an injury, and Ify, you saw what she was able to do in the Rwandan capital 2 years ago.
Yeah, she did so well, and we're just thankful that she's okay, and hopefully it can be that way.
Yeah, and just looking at Philoxi working out with a physiotherapist there. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 11 points, and just being the leader that she is. But for Rwanda, they have a big 2 quarters coming up against a very aggressive and experienced Mozambican side that has played consistently on the continent in the last 15 years.
I mean, they've done well with just having 8 turnovers, so that is an improvement from yesterday's game. They have 16 rebounds, but only 3 offensive rebounds, which has led to 11 second chance points for Mozambique. So hopefully they can clear that up in this third quarter, because the third quarter is a very, very powerful quarter to start off strong for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at the stats there for Mozambique, a very standout one is 16 fast break points, which speaks to how they've been able to transition from defense to offense with those 5 steals, very timely for them. And the key for that is Silvia Veloso with the 2, Lea Donge with 2 as well, and just being able to shine a light.
And as a team, they've had 10 offensive rebounds, and again, has led them to 11 second chance points, which has kept them in this game, and that's why they have the lead right now against Rwanda.
Yeah, Mozambique, obviously, with the 11-point lead here at the halftime break. And as we prepare to get back into the action, everybody looks locked in. And for the coaches, Sheksar for Rwanda and Nasir Saleh, veterans of the game. They know each other, they're friends off of this court, but for now, the adversity in front of them is this group stage match here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket.
I want to see Rwanda come out here and play aggressive. I want Keisha Hampton to get into the flow of her offense. She's really a great offensive scorer, but being the naturalized player for Rwanda, I know that it's going to take time to gather that, but hopefully they get her in her spot. She has that confidence to attack the basket, get rebounds, shoot her shot, and then also hoping that that starts and her team can, you know, get that energy from her, and then everybody bring it. I just want them to rebound. As they're doing well with keeping their turnovers low, just rebound. And I think if they do that, they're definitely going to continue to put some points on the board and get and close the gap.
Yeah, the rebound conversation has really been around the centers. Bella Mrekatete with the 6 and Leah Donge with 1 more than her. And that's been an interesting way to look at it. Well, you can download the Courtside 1891 app, get extended highlights, live scores, and also the schedule of everything happening in the FIBA world. But of course, you can focus on the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025. Now here we go with the third quarter underway. Veloso with the steal, just make sure that she gets the ball and safeguards it for Mozambique.
I mean, kudos to Mozambique for coming out of this halftime and being aggressive from the tip. But for Rwanda, you had time to get composed and get yourself together. There should be no reason why they should have let that ball go and get a turnover.
Extra 2 points there for Ingvild Mukaro. 7 points now that she's amassed here for Mozambique. Actually, she goes up to 9. And they lose the ball. There seems to be a miscommunication there, but the referees decide that it will stay Rwanda ball. You spoke about the need to come out of the dressing room locked in there, Iffy, and Rwanda, they'll have to switch that on again. For the second straight time in the third quarter, in under 30 seconds, Rwanda cannot inbound the ball.
And that's not what you want to see at all. As a coach, as he was on the screen, very upset with his team, as they're not locked in right now in the start of this third quarter.
Livid, of course, and he's a man that teaches the game for over 25 years on the continent in Senegal, all the way from Seed Academy. And now coaching both Rwanda's senior teams, the men and the women. Philoxi, they're back at it now, Rwanda. Looking for options inside the paint. Gets the ball to Hampton at the top of the key, who turns around, twists and turns, gets the first 2 points here for Rwanda in the third quarter.
And that's what Rwanda needs from her, to be aggressive on the offensive end and put some points on the board for Rwanda and for herself to get that confidence, because this is a long tournament and she's going to need to know that she is needed for this Rwandan team.
Irakoze with a steal there, gets the 2 points. Very timely for Rwanda now to put pressure on Mozambique. The pressure was too much there for Mukaro as she lost the ball. Lea Donge, top of the key, gets the ball to Pinto. Veloso, back to Lea Donge, up against Hampton.
I called out this match earlier of the game, Donge versus Hampton, and you're going to see that throughout the game. And just for Donge to be very aggressive, stay down, push her out, and hopefully she doesn't get another foul.
And of course, you know both of these players because he played with them. There it is, as Pinto tries to go up against Irakoze. Kovane, the ball is stripped away, but it will stay Mozambique ball. Every basket counts here. But good defense there from Rwanda is to stay locked in, and great pass there from Pinto. Foul and basket.
One thing that I love is a baseline basket. That was a great play. You see Pinto curl off of Lea Donge to get that shot to the basket and where she was fouled. But that was an amazing play because everyone thought Lea was going to get it, but Pinto was right open to power that ball up.
And that's very dangerous for Rwanda because Bella Murekatete walks off the court. She has 4 personal fouls as Rebecca Chuzuzo comes back onto the court.
I mean, she's very needed for this team. She needs to be in the game, but because she has 4 fouls and it's still early in the 3rd quarter, that doesn't help the team as she goes to the bench.
Extra point there for Mozambique as they establish a 12-point lead here inside the first 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Philoxy finds Hampton, tries to get on the inside from the left. Irakoze back to Hampton, tries to take on Pinto, attempts the 3, doesn't drop. Mukara with the rebound. It's the ball to Veloso. Chuzuzo on the outside, Tex on Donge. And Veloso just looking for Pinto there. He's trying to beat this Zono woman-to-woman defense here. Veloso finds Mukara on the baseline, attempts the 3, almost drops, but Chuzuzo is in the right place at the right time.
Great defense from Rwanda, and that's what they need right now. And they need to push the ball, be a little bit assertive right now on offense.
Philoxy just trying to connect there with Hampton, but they don't get it. But Pinto, they lose. Actually, they regained the ball possession there. Mukaro was already apologizing, but Pinto, and good defense from Philoxy there. And now they will reassemble here, the Rwandans, to counter this play here. Veloso, straight through the middle. Doesn't get the basket. Irakoze with the rebound. Hampton. The ball is stolen by Veloso. Good hands there.
This is a high-paced team that we are seeing right now from both teams, playing hard and playing aggressive.
Mukaro. And that's been called as a walk. Well, the coach just frustrated there with the way that the team has failed to find their rhythm here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you could see the frustration of Philoxy because she plays so hard and plays with passion, and she knows her team can come up with a win, but it's hard when the defense of Mozambique is just strong.
There's contact there inside the paint. And Philoxy still mad, of course, but she'll have to calm down and find a middle ground with her coach. We already saw that as a theme in the last game with the Egyptians. But it's all out of love for the game, of course.
All out of love for the game of basketball.
35 for Rwanda, 47 for Mozambique. As Stephanie Irakoze gets to the free throw line, makes the first one. That's 4 for 5 from the free throw line there for Rwanda here today. They've not had so many trips to the charity line, but they'll make do with what they have so far. Veloso getting them to Tetero. Gets the bucket. There was defense there from Hampton, but she had her eyes on the board.
Veloso likes to go right, so if you force her left, make her pick up the ball and make that extra pass. But if you give her the right hand, she's going to go all the way to the basket.
There's an attempt there, and it doesn't drop for Hampton. Mozambique get the ball back and will try to extend their lead here. They have a 12-point lead. Pinto. She drives into a Rwandan wall there, Pinto, but of course she saw that coming, gets a bit of a knock there on her hip, but she's up on the ground. As we wait for Irakoze, see if she'll get up.
Yeah, we hope that she's okay here on the floor, just taking her time to get up.
She looks like she's limping. Second Rwandan player to suffer an injury here today. But the fact that she can walk and put pressure on the leg means that it's not that bad. Yukusenja is back on the floor. Pinto has an opportunity to extend their lead. Misses the first one. Gets some support and love from her teammates there, Kovani and Lea Donge. Pinto. Chuzuzo, Rebecca with the rebound, very timely there for Rwanda. Can they create some rhythm here with Odile Tetero on the floor in the absence of the captain, Philoxi? Tetero bumps into Ingvild Mukaro and loses the ball. And let's look at the replay there.
Yeah, I think she just lost the ball while she was trying to attack. There was no foul there. Everybody and the Mozambique team had their hands straight up, and that's what you call good defense when someone is taking it to the basket.
Patrick Habiambere there, the assistant coach, having a word with Sheksar. Pinto is pressure from Yukusenja there. Veloso just looking for Lea Donge, waits a little bit, turns around. Gets to Pinto, back to Lea Donge. The clock is ticking. Good hands from the Rwandan defense there.
They're sending a body at Lea every time she gets the ball because Rwanda wants the ball out of her hand because she's such a threat when she gets the ball near her areas, which is that 15-foot baseline, the short corner, which is right there, and that block position.
Tetero gets onto the ball and they have an opportunity, 3 against 2, and the ball gets to Gloria's Yukusenje, who almost has her eye on the three-point line, and it's back to transitional play here for Mozambique. Veloso, the point guard position there, just able to read the floor. Pinto, back to Lea Donge. Rana on the floor, and Pinto almost gets it. And Rwanda orchestrates some transitional play here. And Chuzuzo is blocked by Pinto. Get out of here.
That's a good defensive play to be back on defense while the defender is attacking the basket. She just jumps up and blocks that shot.
Very timely. You can see the way that she hits her chest just to stop Rwanda. And on the court right now is a substitution. Rosine Michomyiza gets onto the floor for her first minutes. Of course, the combination there with Tetero, who goes for the 3.
That was a good play. She just didn't finish that play, but we want to see those continuous moves from Rwanda, and hopefully they can finish whenever they put a shot up.
Absolutely. Veloso checks off the screen. Mukaro with the interception, and good turnaround there from Carla Kovani. And the ball gets to Stefani Cizani. She's fouled. And that will be shooting 2 on the free throw line. There was contact, and that's 4 team fouls for Rwanda with 3 minutes, 24 seconds to play. Mozambique, 5 for 11 from the charity line, shooting at 45.45%. Connects the first one, Chiziane. Rwanda will be hoping they can get the rebound if she doesn't make it count. She makes it count, and they're up to 51. Chuzuzo is back on the bench for Rwanda. Hop Butera, Odile Tetero, and 4 personal fouls for Rebecca Chuzuzo, which is dangerous right now for Rwanda because Murekatete has 4 as well, and that was her direct substitution. Hop Butera with the fake under the basket gets the 2 points. Great chemistry there with Murekatete. Veloso with the velocity here for Mozambique finds Ingvild Mukaro on the best line, who tries to run through the middle, and there's a foul from Hop Butera. That's her 3rd personal foul.
You could see both teams are tired, their energy exerted because they have been really giving it their all on both ends of the floor. So it's really who finishes strong in this 3rd quarter to propel them to the 4th.
Absolutely. Another opportunity here for Ingvild Mukaro to increase her count. She misses the first one. She's already done so much on defense and on offense, and with the 9 points, could make it double digits here, and she does. Up to 10 points here for Ingvild Mukaro. Hop Butera through the middle. Another 2 points back to back for Rwanda here.
And that is exactly what they need to do. Both baskets from Rwanda have been from their post players because they're feeding the post players. If that is what's keeping you in the game and getting points on the board, that's exactly what you need to continue to do. Get stops on defense and then put the ball in and score.
You've spoken so much about that in terms of involving Bella Murekatete, Hop Butera, and Hampton whenever she is on the court, and it's worked for them every time that they've tried it out. The fake, the turnaround is just good for Hop Butera for another 2 points, and she's up to 4.
And when they don't do that, it's because they're playing in the pace Mozambique wants them to play. If you play at your pace, which they already know, then they get those good open looks.
And that's the thing that Mozambique does. They bring you in into their pace. As Veloso gets the steal, easy pass there to Mukaro. They miss, and Murekatete gets the rebound, but is unable to get the ball. Passes it to Rosine Michomniza. Back to Murekatete at the top of the key. Tetero finds space through the middle. Doesn't connect for the 2, and another 2 points. 6 straight points for Hop Butera, back to back to back here, and all of them have come here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, she's being relentless in the areas and the zones that she knows she's going to get the ball, and that's in the key. So it's key for Rwanda to get the ball to their post players and let them work. The guards have done so much. They're getting pressured, so relieve that stress from you and just set up, get the ball in, play in and out, and just hoop.
They've reduced that deficit to just 9 points here, and Rwanda have already scored 12 points in the 3rd quarter, 2 more than Mozambique, but they really need to continue to focus on what they can do. But Ingvild Mukaro, 10 points here for Mozambique. She has the 3 fouls, but she'll get some rest before she can come back in the 4th quarter. One of the most senior players for Mozambique and also on the African continent.
Every time Nigeria played Mozambique when I was on the team, she would be guarding me, and it was very hard to score. She would just be up on it, aggressive, and that's exactly the energy she continues to bring to this team, that leadership. Whether she's shooting threes, driving to the paint, or being first back on defense, you love to see that, and that gives the energy to keep Mozambique in this game.
Ball stolen there for Mozambique, and Francisco just able to find Cavani. They relax now. Veloso, Cavani, fake, and there's a foul. Offensive foul that has been called by the referee there, Fanta Toure.
Rwanda is chipping away slowly and slowly, playing that aggressive defense, taking the contact, taking the charge to reward themselves an opportunity on offense right now.
But also really great to see Bella Mrekatete just getting involved there on defense, even if she has the 4 personal fouls. She's just continuing to contribute here to what Rwanda can do, and just great to see her on the court at the same time with Hope Butera.
Yeah, do you call that mental toughness and being smart and being a leader when you are in that foul trouble and can continue to be on the court and have your coach trust you to not get your last foul.
Rosine Michamiza with her fast points here today. Just great aggression there in that middle of the pack there in the paint. And now we have still a 9-point game. Wow, that is danger now for Rwanda. There's a foul that has been called. Of course, shooting too, because Rwanda are in foul trouble. And Bella Mrekatete has been fouled out. And the coach, Sheksar, is asking for instant video review. There was contact, and you can see that from their strategy there, Yolanda Francisco could have also been looking for Bella Mrekatete, well knowing that she has the 4 personal fouls.
I mean, that's always been taught. When you know you're a star player from another team is in foul trouble, what you want to do is attack them to make sure that they give you their last foul, and that's exactly what she did, and that's a smart move.
Looking at the rules, obviously, the referee is always correct. A foul cannot be reviewed, and in comes Hampton. Still so much basketball to be played. We have 3 players for Mozambique in double digits. Lea Donge, Kovane, and Ingvild Mukauro just contributing here and keeping that distance between them and Rwanda. The fans, obviously, from around Trècheville here in Abidjan, just keeping an eye on this game, coming up for the action. The home team is not playing today because yesterday they played against Egypt, and they will tomorrow face Angola. Stefania Cesene makes it a 10-point game here. Philoxi with the ball. She has 11 points already in this game. Rosine Michamiza attempts the 3 points, makes it. It was all about the net there. It's a swish, nicely done from Michamiza.
Right here, you can see she spot up and then get fouled. A 3-point basket and an and one for that. And I've always said the third quarter is the most crucial quarter, and Rwanda has outbeaten Mozambique. Even though the score is 55-48, Rwanda has won the third quarter, and this could be the shot that has propelled them to continue to fight and close the gap in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just great to see Michamiza come alive here for Rwanda. 5 points for her since coming on. Miss Mozambique, they get back that rebound. Zito attacks the basket. And it's time up. It's the end of the third quarter. Rwanda 48 and Mozambique with the 55. We have a 7-point game here. And as you said, Rwanda with the 17 points in that third quarter, 4 more than Mozambique. They've outscored them and can dream of coming back into this game in that last quarter. Now let's look at the numbers now.
Yeah, you could even see Mozambique is really getting to the line, but 58%, 11 for 19. However, Rwanda is still shooting their shots, 35%, which is good, but they need more energy. Even though they won this quarter, the statistic is very close.
Yeah, it is indeed very close. 11 from 19 there for Mozambique. But let's look at the best plays in the third quarter.
We see here the attack to the basket, what she does best, the veteran of this team. But then we see Philoxy passing it out to Hampton, taking her time and elevating over a red jersey.
Absolutely, looking at Irakoze, the steal, transitioning into that basket. The 2 points there for Rwanda to really keep them alive and give them that hope that they can do better. But as they say, defense is what can help you to win games, and Rwanda has been able to do that. Pinto on the other side with the foul and basket, and Rwanda with no answers on that particular possession.
I love her energy. She doesn't let up. And Veloso having velocity going to the basket. She is the fastest player on this team for Mozambique. And she really has been showing up for her team. But when it was the last 5 minutes or so of Rwanda, the third quarter, you could see their post players were really the ones that got them in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. From the first time that we saw Philoxy involved in the scoring in the first quarter, we haven't seen much of that in the third. But one more quarter here, it's a do or die for both of these teams. And Rwanda, who already lost their opener against the defending champions Nigeria, will want to make amends here in this last quarter. Byukusenje defending, of course, Pinto. Zita, actually. Chezine. Kovane attempts the jumper there, it doesn't work.
You could see the energy of Rwanda, how they came out of that timeout to start the fourth quarter. All hands were up, moving their feet, disrupting Mozambique's offense, and that's how they were rewarded to get that possession without a shot attempt from Mozambique.
Everything is about hope here. Rwanda, they enjoyed playing in front of their home crowd at the BK Arena in Kigali 2 years ago. It's different now playing away from home. As Rosine Michomiza attempts yet another three. They look like they're running those plays for her. Zito looks for Kovane. Kovane hasn't really found her range in this second half of the game. Byukusenje through the baseline, finds Hampton. Was contact, but she keeps the ball alive. Butera, Philoxy, and the rebound goes to Mozambique. Chiziane, and they miss. Rwanda have an opportunity now to reorganize themselves as Byukusenje misses.
Rwanda has great opportunities to punish Mozambique right now because they came out very aggressive. They won the third quarter, and that momentum has brought them in these first minutes in the fourth quarter. But they need to capitalize on those opportunities to put points on the board for them before, Mozambique starts to deflate them in their energy.
Yeah, when you look at the energy that you spoke about when they started this quarter, Rwanda, they'll have to fit into more of that. But now they have a fresh problem because Lea Donge and Ingvild Mokaro are back on the floor. And in comes Rebecca Chuzuzo.
Those two players that just checked in for Mozambique. I mean, their presence on the court alone might calm the energy of Rwanda. So I know that they were going to just settle everything down. That's why they were subbed in, to get the flow that they need in this fourth quarter.
Looking at the officials, just making sure that everything is ready here. Fanta Ture, the referee from Mali, just making sure everything is in line. Chiziane looking for options here, finds Zita. Michomiza trying to stop Zita, uses the best line. And they lose the ball possession there. There's a double-double there. Rwanda have an opportunity now. They have 8 minutes to turn things around here against this Mozambique team. Philoxy keeping her eyes on Zita there. Almost loses the ball, but she regains it. The drive through the middle and Pam doesn't get the ball. Chooses almost gets the rebound, but Zita finds Shiziane. Easy bucket there for Mozambique, and they're up to 57.
And that energy is because Leah Dong and Muruku are on the floor leading their team to continue this lead against Rwanda.
Mukaro, obviously one of the best defensive players to ever play the game on the African continent. That energy, you can see that here today. Michamiza trying to get to the basket, fouled. And it will be shooting 2 on the free throw line here for Rosine Michamiza, who is commonly known as Sise in Rwanda. She's been through the youth system there and currently playing for the Rwanda Energy Group.
Before this free throw attempt, Rwanda has only been to the line 8 times, and that's how you know that Mozambique has just been really on them, disrupting them on offense. But if they continue to get to the line on this game, on this quarter, it will definitely help them with confidence, putting points on the board, and slowing the rhythm of Mozambique down, who's been to the 19 times have been to the free throw line, and that is a lot in one game.
Absolutely. Looking at Ingvild Mukaro, Zita. Zita once again. Finds Shiziane, who squares up. The 3 doesn't drop from the best line. Ingvild Mukaro with the 3, fine finish. And an extra 3 points here for Mozambique.
We talk about how she always finds a way to step up for her team. She's always playing hard and always in the right spot at the right time.
She is the engine and spark of this Mozambican side, as Hampton herself takes on Lea Donge. And they don't get the rebound. Cavani with another chance here for Mozambique. Lea Donge just calling her to use that screen on top of the key. Rakoze trying to stop Mukaro. Lea Donge sees the opportunity, and there's a foul that has been called on Chuzuzo, who has 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, Rwanda, they're just in foul trouble now. You see here the shot goes.
Look at the replay, yeah. And the 3-pointer there from Ingvild Mukaro, 11 points, 33% from behind the arc. Foul actually did not go to Chuzuzo, and she'll stay on the floor. But the coach Shexar looks to be preparing Hop Butera. Lea makes it count. Hop returns to the floor. 12 points difference here. 6 minutes to play. Philoxi finds Hampton on the left. Irakoze. The intensity there that we talk about with Mukaro is exactly what you're seeing on your screen there, as Anjanelli Irakoze tries to get the ball past Mukaro, but Mukaro very athletic, takes good care of her body, and loves to express herself like that. And you can see they'll continue to put pressure on Rwanda. Looks like Rwanda is really struggling to inbound the ball. This is the 3rd time in this game that we're seeing that happen, that they lose the ball to Mozambique from pressure on the inbound. Something that the video analysts will point out to this game. Mozambique. Lea Donge, top of the key, looking for options. Rwanda keeping an eye on the shots attempts. Philoxy. Left hand doesn't get it.
Yeah, the great move from her. I would like to see Rwanda just settle down how they were in the beginning of this fourth quarter. They were playing well. They were playing together in the pace that they wanted to, but now they just seem a little bit rushed, a little bit frantic on the offensive end.
And a lot of contact there. So many hands inside the paint, and the ball will go to Mozambique. They've done a really great job in terms of their defense here. Zita. There's pressure from Byukusenge. Gets to the basket there. Zita with 2 points off the glass for Mozambique.
I love the energy. You know, you can tell by who's on the court that makes them go, and this 5 that are on the court right now is really putting the pressure against Rwanda.
Hampton misses there, and Zita once again in transition. Philoxy tries to stop her, but they will regain the ball here, Mozambique, and try to reset their offense. Good stuff in terms of energy there from Zita. Philoxy trying to catch a breath. Lea Donge finds Zita. She's really been very crucial to their offense. It's an air ball, and she'll be very disappointed with the effort there. But they've done a great job here, Mozambique, in terms of continuing to find options to score and increase their points.
Yeah, but across the board from each position, no one is selfish. They are passing the ball and they're getting it to the right player. If they're open, they're attacking. And if they're attacking and someone closes out on them, they are passing it to the extra man player.
And it is a 14-point game here. Big opportunity for Rwanda to turn things around as Sheksar looks at the time, the scoring options that they could have here for them. And Philoxy, 11 points. Bella Mrekatete with the 7. And the captain, Philoxy, also leading the assist column there for Rwanda. It's really been a quiet day from the rest of the players. Heavy dependence there on Philoxy, who's the only player for Rwanda to be in double digits. And Stephanie Irakoze with the 8. 7 for Bella Mrekatete, 6 for Hampton, as well as Michomyeza, who came off the bench to make a quick 6 points in this last quarter.
Yeah, Rwanda, they progressed from 8 turnovers to 18 by this fourth quarter, and that's just something that you don't want to see, and you're not going to win games like that. But we see here Mozambique doing what Mozambique does, facilitating the ball, getting it to the open person, and who but only
Ingvild Mukaro, 11 points, 2 3-pointers already, 50% from the field, and that's always continuing to grow here into the game and just bringing that energy to Mozambique against this Rwandan team. Irakoze tries to find Chuzuzo. Gets to Hampton, Philoxy. The ball is back to the top of the key. An attempt on the 3-point. It's an air ball, and Mukaro picks it. Zita bits Byukusenge, crosses the line. Just eyes the field to make sure that she understands who is the best option for them. Will try to score on this possession, Mozambique. Zita finds, and it is an air ball there from Chiziane. Kubane, actually. Miss there from Philoxy from the left side, and there's some contact.
Rwanda has under 4 minutes to set the tone and set the pace as how they want to just end this game, and winning the third quarter and just losing in the gaps in this fourth quarter is just, you could see their energy is deflating slowly and slowly. So who's going to be the one to rally everyone up and say, hey, come on, let's go? And so hopefully that happens within 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this fourth.
Now you have Philoxy on the floor. She's always done that, and Hampton is one of the other leaders they have on the floor here. Rwanda just trying to make things work, but they're facing a very hungry Mozambican side. Philoxy misses. Irakoze loses it as she was trying to get it to Dukusenja. Mukaro with orchestrates the run. Zita and Kovane. It doesn't count, but Donge gets the rebound and second chance opportunity, and she makes it count.
For Mozambique's jersey has touched that basketball in that flow of transition. They know how to play very, very well together. You see the steal right here, the push on that offense down the lane. Leah Donge going up, getting her own rebound and going up strong again. I mean, that's just an amazing team basketball.
Leah Donge made her first FIBA Women's AfroBasket appearance in 2009. This is her 7th AfroBasket, and you can see that experience in the way that she's approaching the game.
Yeah, not only with her teammates, but her style of play and her knowledge of the game has grown within the years, playing in AfroBasket, playing in overseas. So we'll continue to see her greatness throughout this tournament.
And she loves the game of basketball, and you see that in her eyes every time that she steps on the court. Philoxy squares up, takes the opportunity there, and she's been fouled by Leah Donge. That will be her 3rd personal foul. Philoxy, 11 points. She's not scored in a very long time in the second half since it started. 0 points in the third, 0 points in this fourth quarter. Misses the first one. $16-point game here. 11 points for her and 4 from 11.
While she's on the free throw line, you see her teammates setting up for a press right now against Mozambique to try to slow their rhythm down and flutter them.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 minutes, 50 seconds here to play in the last quarter as Zita fumbles the ball. Hampton in the right place at the right time, gets the 2 points there. Great transition and reaction from Rwanda with that full court press.
And that started with their press, and hopefully they get to do that again. But one thing about when you press, if you're too far up, you get that easy bucket like Mozambique just did. You have to get back on defense, and that's what sometimes happens when you are pressing full court.
Yeah, Cavani with the 2 points that really now make things difficult for Rwanda going forward with the 2 minutes left. Zita with the opportunity to make it back-to-back baskets in transition here, and thanks to Leah Donge on the other side.
Perfect pass from Leah to look up, see her teammate, and her teammate run the floor.
2 minutes here for Rwanda. Philoxy. There's a screen on top of the key there with Hampton. She turns around, has an opportunity to make it count, doesn't. Chooses or misses the rebound, and Cavani finds Zita trying to reorganize themselves. The ball gets to Leah Donge. There's a mismatch there with Chuzuzo, and it is a behind the back. Beautifully done there from Leah Donge. Like we say, experience is not bought in the market.
That is one of her go-to moves, to face up, attack the basket, and reverse on her opponent, and that's exactly what she just did.
She's just really come alive here, Leah Donge. 16 points, leading all scorers on the floor, and just continuing to be the leader. She's the captain of this team. And let's look at Mozambique. 15 points for Cavani, 9 rebounds, 7 assists for Zita. Cavani just 1 rebound away from a double-double.
This is a great way for Mozambique to start this tournament. This is their first game today against Rwanda. They will see Nigeria tomorrow facing off. So Nigeria was in this crowd watching this game, but Mozambique came to play today, and they should be very proud of the way that they started this game and finished.
Yeah, Absolutely. 1 minute, 39 seconds to go. Rwanda down by 19 points. And we'll be hoping for a miracle. They'll need a miracle to stay alive here. Well, Philoxi blocked there by Kovane. Hope Butera finds Rosine Michamieza, who tries to get the three, but Zita runs away with the ball, gets it into the hands of Chiziane. Michamieza with the rebound, right place at the right time. Mozambique have 1 minute here to get that W. Philoxi. There was a foul on Philoxi, and the culprit, Kovane.
You could see the slap in the face while she's trying to play aggressive defense, but that just ended up to be a foul.
There's frustration there on the faces of the Rwandan players and the technical bench. It's been a very tough night for them here, especially giving everything that they've done to get to this level. They reached the semifinals in the last edition and didn't have to play the qualifiers. They did that in front of their home crowd in Kigali. And getting to the semifinals also meant that for the first time ever, they would play in the FIBA Women's AfroBasket qualifiers for the Olympics. And the first time that that tournament was hosted on the African continent. Beautifully done there from Philoxi. She finally gets those 3 points in this last quarter, and she's up to 15. Good find there under the rib to find Kovane.
Good penetration going baseline, and then finding her teammate under the basket, sealing her opponent to get that foul.
Shooting 2 there for Kovane. Nasir Saleh, the legendary coach, the legend in Mozambique, has done great work both for the men and the women's basketball. Just coming back here. Seems like he's at home here in the women's AfroBasket. Hampton with the rebound. Philoxi, we're down to 35 seconds. They lose the opportunity to reduce that scoreline as the ball gets to Zita. Chiziane. There's contact between Chiziane and Philoxi.
We know that's one of Philoxi's moves. She's going to stand her ground when her opponents are penetrating. She's going to take that charge, and this is her 3rd charge in this tournament.
You can see that she likes to approach the game in that manner in terms of being aggressive. You have to feel your opponent sometimes, you know, check them a little bit to see how far they can go. But 55 here for Rwanda, 72 for Mozambique with 24.1 seconds. If you're the coach of Rwanda, what are you saying right now in the timeout?
I would be saying, like, drawing up a play to get this the next opportunity to score, and just making sure that I'm shooting the ball at high percentages and probably shooting fast. They need to rush now. There's only 24.1 seconds left on the clock. I mean, I would just tell them to box out, secure the rebound, and go and score as fast as they can.
Now looking at the points breakdown there, 22 for Mozambique in the first quarter compared to 15 for Rwanda. Mozambique once again led Rwanda by 4 points in that second quarter, and the big difference came in the fourth quarter. Even if Rwanda scored 4 more points than Mozambique in the third, they've come back in proper experienced fashion here, Mozambique, to outscore Rwanda 17-7. Hope Butera getting back on the floor. Stefani Irakoze. Philoxi finds Hampton. He tries to get Irakoze into the paint so she can have some space there on the baseline. There's defense, and there's an attempt from Irakoze, almost drops. Hoputera gets the rebound, turns around, and the shot clock violation, 9 seconds on the clock. 9 seconds left in this fourth quarter between Rwanda and Mozambique. There you go, Stefania Cizine out of sportswomanship. They hag with Philoxy, and just disappointing all round there from Rwanda. The final score, Rwanda 55, Mozambique 72 in the third game here on day 2 of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025. Nasir Saleh with a spring in his step, just very excited to get a first victory in their first game in this very tough group that has the defending champions, Nigeria, who were watching earlier.
We see them shaking hands right now. Mozambique having this win, their first win today, their first game today, will face off Nigeria tomorrow, and they are all smiles as they walk in front of the court and celebrate.
Yeah, celebration there, parabéns, as they say in Portuguese. Congratulations to Mozambique, who get their first 2 points here in this competition in Abidjan, in Côte d'Ivoire. They're a team that like to go all the way to the semifinals, to the final, and with this competition structure, winning 1 game is very, very important going forward. When you look at this team with experience, with a touch of youth exuberance, Mozambique are here and they're thanking their fans all round, and you can see that in their faces.
And even for Rwanda, they still have an opportunity. They have time to rest tomorrow. They have time to rest on Tuesday, but they need to be laser focused when the game is coming on Wednesday. But we see Mozambique happy that they got their first win in this 2025 Women's AfroBasket.
Beautifully done there, great execution. 36 points in the paint for Mozambique compared to the 26 for Rwanda. 22 fast break points for Mozambique really was the difference here for them. They were not as sharp as Rwanda from the 3-point line. They had 5 for 21, and Rwanda with the 7 from 26. But what's very important is those 2 points, the victory that will take them very far as they celebrate their win. And you can see the words written on that banner, muito obrigado, and just thanking everyone that has contributed, of course, to the success of basketball in their country. But looking at the numbers here,
Rwanda had 49% of the 2, while Mozambique had 49% of the 2, while Rwanda had 39. Getting to the free throw line was amazing for Mozambique, 15 from 23, and you can see here the rebounds, Mozambique capitalizing on that with 46 to 37. Amazing stats for Mozambique, and I do want to point out the leaders of this game. Philoxy had 15, Stefani had 8, Hampton had 8, but Mozambique killed it with Kavane, 15, Donge and Muraku with 11. I want to point out a great statistics before we go into the fourth quarter. Best plays was 20 assists. As we can see right here, assists from Mozambique, how they've been playing in this tournament. And for their first game, they had 20, and that's just incredible to see. They're a team that knows where each other are, as a team that has played years with each other. And so I think this is going to continue on as the tournament goes.
Yeah, 9 scorers for Mozambique in this game. Just impressive all around to see what they're able to do as a team. There's no need to point to one player and say this is the superstar. They were able to move that ball around, find Ingvild Mukaro every time she was on the best line, and she's able to deliver. Zita always attacking the defense, getting those points, but also especially in transition, they were a very dangerous team to look at. And for Rwanda, they really struggled to beat that woman-to-woman defense there. And Philoxy coming alive right from the first minute, getting the one-legged jumper and just continuing to shine here for Rwanda, the captain. Well, that is it for us. Look at Group D, Nigeria leading, taking the lead after that victory against Rwanda yesterday. Mozambique in second place. Rwanda seat third in that tight Group D. And here from inside the Palais des Sports in Abidjan, in Trècheville, Côte d'Ivoire, it is a goodbye. We'll be back for the last game.